What are we talking about today?
Hello, Chris. Well, I'm thinking that since we both have empathy buddies, we could talk about how you use yours versus how I use mine and how those two things connect.
Well, the Empathy Buddy is a companion to the book An Inside Story, a children's book for grown-ups too, which uses the images of clouds for thoughts or stories we tell ourselves, hearts for feelings, and stars for needs, which live inside all of us, are not attached to any particular strategy for getting our needs met. The buddy has pockets on both sides, and the needs can go back and forth depending on if our heart is feeling full of met needs or empty when our needs are not feeling well met. So tell us about these adorable empathy cards for little hands and how they work together with the Empathy Buddy.
Okay, well, I did some work with your empathy buddy with a set of 4-year-old twins. And so they named it Mermaid. And so I started off by saying, oh, wow, I treated it like a puppet, and like Mermaid was whispering something in my ear. And I was like, wow, whoa, you're kidding me. And then I would say to Audrey and Brock, wow, she just told me that she is thinking something that is causing her to feel this way. She's basically thinking that she might get stung by a bee because she can see this bee buzzing around. And so what should we do? And so the kids said, well, we should guess her feelings. So I took out my little cards that Chris, you've just spoken about, and I will show you. This is how they come. And there's even like a little instruction, a few instruction cards to talk about how to have an empathy session. So the feelings that they guessed, of course, were, let's see, worried and let's see what else. Well, let's just stick with that. Let's just keep it simple. So we took the worry card. We asked her, are you, whoops, are you worried, Mermaid? And, she nods. And so we put the worry card in there. And then we say, well, what are you needing? And then, so we guessed some needs cards for her. And there were a few. And let's see, one of them was, I just got to put her down for a second. Obviously safety and trust, trust that she's not going to get stung by a bee, safety from a bee sting. She wanted some empathy about it. And let's see, there was one more in here. Help and support. So we gave her that. We gave her the help and support and the empathy, and by guessing her needs and feelings. And so we put those in with the feelings. And then suddenly she just flipped around and we were like, oh my goodness, why are you so happy? And she says to us, I just realized that there are no bees here. So I'm thinking to myself now, in this moment, there are no bees. So that's how we used her. And, the kids are very, they become very satisfied that she's in this state now. They want to help her move from this side to this side. They love that there's two sides. Actually, now that I think about it, we actually put the needs cards because, they wanted to use both pockets because there's two pockets. So they actually put the needs here. And that was the end of our little time with Mermaid, and put her back in her sleeping bag and moved on to the next part of our little heart talk lesson.
Terrific. That's great. Thank you for sharing that.
You're welcome. So I guess in conclusion, there are there is more than one way to use these empathy buddies. And luckily, Chris, you being the inventor of the empathy buddy, you're really open to people using it in all kinds of ways that work for them. And I really appreciate that.
Absolutely. Absolutely.